Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our new science class. Today, students, we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 6 of your science book, Simple Chemical Reactions. So, I would like you all to open page number 72. Changes take place all around us all of the time. In this page, you can see different things, and even if you look all around yourself, you're going to know that things are continuously changing, and some example of these changes are shown on this page. Fuels burn, cancer crushed, toast burns, food is chopped, food is cooked, ice melts. All these pictures are showing changes. Before starting in the explanation about the changes that are happening in this picture, I would like you all to know that in chemistry there are two types of changes: physical changes and chemical changes. Changes can be divided into two groups: physical changes and chemical changes. It is important to understand the difference between physical and chemical changes. When a can is crushed, the can is still a can. It is still made up of the same molecules, only the shape of the can has changed. When ice melts, energy is added to change the state of the water from a solid to a liquid. However, the water molecules have not changed. These are physical changes. Okay, as I told you before that there are two types of changes in chemistry: physical change and chemical changes. First, we are going to discuss about the physical changes. If you look on page 72, there are three pictures: cancer crushed, food is chopped, ice melts. These are all physical changes. Physical change is a change in anything in the physical properties. What is physical? Physical means what you see. So, there is only change in physical appearance of a thing. Like first, can. If you crush a can, there is only change in the shape. If you look at the second picture, food is chopped. Only the size of the vegetable is changed. And in the last, ice melts. Only the state and matter is changed. Means only ice melts and becomes a water. But it remains, the substance from which it is made remains same. There is no change in the substance. Now students, we are going to do the another type of change. Chemical changes happen when the atoms and molecules separate and join up with the other atoms, making entirely new molecules and new substance altogether. Heating iron and sulfur to make iron sulfide is a chemical change because the iron combines with the sulfur to make a new substance. Burning toast changes the molecular structure of the bread so that it is impossible to change it back to bread. The chemical changes happen during a chemical reaction. Chemical change is a change in the chemical properties of a substance, and a new substance is made during this. For example, if you look in page 72, fuels burn. When you burn a wood, after it has burnt, it leaves back black powder, that is ash. In the second picture, toast burns. When a toast burns, it cannot come back into original shape. And in the last, when food is cooked, you cannot separate each thing from whatever you have cooked. So these are what chemical changes, and in this change, a new substance is formed, and it is impossible to bring it back to its original shape. When chemical changes happen during a chemical reactions means chemical changes happening when chemical reactions occur between two substances and new substances formed. Now we are going to do the differences between physical and the chemical change. The table shows the main differences between physical and chemical change. Physical change: no new substances are made. One or more new substances are formed. energy is not always given out or taken in. Energy is always given out or taken in. It can be reversed. It is usually very difficult to reverse. First, in physical change, no new substance is formed. During a chemical reaction, one or more new substances are formed. As I told you that when wood burns, it gives ash and carbon dioxide gas. Second point, energy is not given out or taken in, means that if during a physical change it does not need any heat or it does not give heat. While chemical reactions, heat is given out or taken in, like when fuel burns, it gives out heat. While toast burns, it takes heat to burn. Last, and it can be reversed. Physical change can bring back into original shape or size or into an original form, while chemical change cannot be reversed. It is very difficult to reverse. Students, we are going to start a new topic, chemical reactions. There is an easy way of writing down what happens during a chemical reaction. It can be written as a word equation. This is the word equation for the reaction between iron and sulfur when they are heated together. Iron plus sulfur is equals to iron sulfide. It is explained that what is happening during a chemical reaction is represented in the form of word equation, and this is the easiest way. Word equation is an equation we write in the form of spelling. For example, one shown on page 73, iron plus sulfur. We are writing iron in the full spelling, IRON, plus sulfur, SULPHUR, sulfur, and iron sulfide. So this is a word equation. Now, the chemicals involved at the beginning of a chemical reaction are called reactants, and the chemicals that are made as a result of the chemical reaction are called products. In between the reactants, you put the sign of plus, and to separate the reactants and products, you put the sign of arrow. Reactants are always written on the left hand side, while the products are written on the right hand side. Now, another way of showing this chemical reaction is to use atomic model like this. Means another way of showing what is happening during a chemical reaction is representing by an atomic model. In this, you draw small balls of different atoms, like iron atom, one shown on page 74. In the red color, red ball is iron atom, and in yellow it's sulfur, and after this is the iron sulfide, and both of them are drawn together. This is the another way. Heat energy causes the atoms of iron and sulfur to combine, forming molecules of hydrogen sulfide. The atoms in the new compounds are joined together by strong chemical bonds. It is explained that heat energy is required or is responsible for a combination of the both atoms, iron and sulfur, combines because of heat energy, and after they have combined, there is a force called chemical bond which makes them join together. This is chemical bond, and the atoms on the reactant side should be same as on the product side. Reactions like the one shown above are called endothermic because they need heat energy to get them started. Reactions which give out heat are called exothermic reactions. Okay students, there are two types of reactions. One is endothermic and the other is exothermic. Endothermic reactions need heat energy or they absorb heat energy to get them started, while the other type, exothermic reactions, give out heat energy. For example, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process by which plants manufacture their food. They need light energy to get them started. So this is endothermic reaction. Baking. You bake cake, biscuits in oven, and baking is a endothermic reaction. It needs heat energy to get them started. While exothermic, burning of fuel. When you burn fuel, they give heat energy. When wood burn, they give out energy. These are all exothermic reactions.